everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This week, we've got teams who went in opposite directions last week. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
As always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, a national championship winner as an Ohio State Buckeye. It's Cardale Jones.
So while his frame may imitate a defensive lineman now playing quarterback, don't get fooled at all, because when you see him throw the football, you know exactly why he's playing the position. Wide receivers love playing with this guy because he gives them a chance to go deep and catch the ball.
Now Jones. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Throwing Jones. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
And that is incomplete. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Darqueze Dennard is an up-and-coming cornerback who thrives in press man coverage.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Cardale Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone, how about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Green to bring it back. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
I love everything about Andrew Luck's game, but I also love his worldliness. Some of his formative years were spent growing up outside of the United States. And I think that that's helped him when he came back, because now he's seen the world. And I think that helped him mature a little bit as well.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
False start, offense.
Luck now to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good for an Indianapolis first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here's the offense, and if you're the defense, Charles, you really have to focus on that guy that's highlighted on the screen.
You're talking about pure speed. T.Y. Hilton can get down the middle of the field and really stretch a defense.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On second down, here's Luck. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Throwing on third down, Luck. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it.
Travis Kelce, he's at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And, you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes them so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it. Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
To throw is Luck. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Dontari Poe in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Here's Luck. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the deep... Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Here's the punter McAfee to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Chiefs defense, they get set and ready to do battle again. They have to recover a little bit. Last time, they couldn't stop the run. They really couldn't stop the pass either.
And it wasn't just physically. It's mentally because the offense appears to be a step ahead of them. No matter what they call, it's working. So they've got to get something figured out. And usually, you need a big play to get things turned around.
They gave up the touchdown on that balance attack last drive. Now this drive. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but They took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Cardale Jones and company heading back on the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Casey. And even 50 yards on the ground. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prep for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Flush to his right. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now Jones. He's got his man on the crossing route. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing Jones. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Out of the gun, Luck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And out come the Chiefs now. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On play action, they'll throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going.
Let's go!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And this is going to be incomplete. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to them.
The point after try for Gostkowski. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Chiefs will look to keep the pressure on in the second half. The Colts are vulnerable right now, coming off a rough game a week ago, and still not really finding a way to get back on track. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Chiefs have the football early in the first. Jones has got the completion from the gun, and he'll end up at the 10-yard line before being tackled. Later on the drive, Jones is going to cruise off the right side, and this run goes for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. Midway through the first quarter, Jones is on target here, and he's going to go 80 yards for the score. That puts them on top by 14. Following the forced fumble, Luck's got the completion here, and after the short pass, he'll score. The Colts down by 7. Chiefs lined up at the 15. Kelsey's got the reception, and this play will go for 6. That puts them on top by 14. Now first and 10, here the defense will come up with the pick. Achos is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense on the field now after the INT. Hill's going to try for the return, and he's gone as he sprints to the end zone, which takes the lead to 21.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half 2. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
Second down now after the incompletion.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same
smiling
way.
face.
They can't cross that.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Almost in the playoffs again.
Down the left side.
Cool.
It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
Who are you, the Colts or Chiefs?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it.
Chiefs.
Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully.
For some reason, I am going with the Colts.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But
4.
now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
Let's go!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Macklin. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off.
Sorry, emoji grinning face with smiling eyes.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
That's
so the
who you
offense
like.
looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on your quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They bring the pressure, but this is a booming kick.
Emoji grinning face with smiling eyes. Go Jets.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And his rough afternoon continues.
You kidding, face up.
Again. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running.
Emoji on amused face. Put the A-Jets. Yes.
Defense showing blitz.
Emoji pouting face.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So a 2nd down.
Can y'all hit the A sub if you have not?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the gun on 3rd down.
Already did.
It's complete here to T.Y.
Are the Chiefs your fat team?
Inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
so much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the 12-year veteran.
Matter of fact, I was here when the Jets made the crazy comeback on your Chiefs in overtime. Near my city.
Kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City.
Did not see the game.
Following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach
I won last go. Emoji face with tears of joy. Emoji face with tears of joy. Emoji face with tears of joy. LOL.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's going to try and go deep again. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because
Seattle
he can
beat
see
your
everything.
Jets.
And sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now Jones drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back,
we suck
essentially
already.
being a receiver downfield? And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant
Always
routes
sucked, LOL.
because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
Man, emoji disappointed face. Emoji crying face.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Here's Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's brought down after a good
Yo,
game.
Newton Tebow.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now
LOL.
in KC. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Here comes the D swarming to the line. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On first down, it's Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nice gain of 21 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And Folk's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it, and that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive,
so
effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter.
Autocorrect.
Get than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try.
Don Slavy.
Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to
IE
go.
Gaming, who is your favorite team?
Last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On first down, Love. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton
Seahawks.
for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
I don't know why they don't have to.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the
Colts should have gone to the Super Bowl.
Are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
I don't know, LOL.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing Jones. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler.
Time for a comeback.
Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Nah.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset.
Touchback.
Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
Throwing his love, and he's got
You suck, Rico.
Time for a break. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 6.
Do you think Pats v Cowboys is a good game? Why was Told seen playing yesterday?
They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Yay, both been on rolls.
And the D
Who cares?
Like
Maybe because luck sucks. For the Colts yesterday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw. That is incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. And now a first down following that long gain.
What was that?
They come out
Good job,
five
Colts.
wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
False start, offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good
Lucky
long
Don
gain.
sucked the line
6
dude.
yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He's back to throw. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be
LOL.
tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
So they'll look to convert that and then hold on here in the final minute to force overtime.
And let's check the nerves of not just the guy kicking the ball, but how about the snapper and the holder as well.
False start, offense.
They'll again try for 2.
Touchdown,
This time
emoji
from the
smiling
7.
face.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Luck will try and throw for him.
LOL.
Deep drop, and he's gonna be sacked. They came after him, he couldn't get away, and this remains a 2-point game. So a little under 50 seconds to go, plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. Now the Colts defensive unit trots back out there. And
Oh, no.
quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
You won.
I just wonder if that number is much more of a
Go
anecdotal
Lucky.
type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. They come out here in the eye. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And he's able to get it to the 30.
Flea has a
Good
pick
enough
6.
for a first down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over,
Something.
we'll step aside. Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Gotta go.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly,
Okay.
a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't
I
quite
am
that
back.
fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed
Yes.
with that effort.
One last throw here for Luck. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Hail Mary.
And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
Close. LOL. Bye.